Calling all ambitious property sales and marketing professionals? Believe it or not, the Housing and Land Division in Malaysia is steadily improving since the reopening of the economy. With this good news, we need to enlighten you about the property market. It's a game changer us as sales and marketing professionals. Honest? The purpose of this selected property handpicked news item is for you to be aware of the happenings for your sake and that of your customers. Hence in their eyes you will be acknowledged as a true professional in this sector. To give you a short preview of this week's newsletter, here are essences. Mentioned must be made on the 4 crucial factors. Firstly, banks' loan applications and approval rates has increased. Secondly, property demand has rebounded due to the vacuum created by the 2 years COVID-19 epidemic. Thirdly, the reopening of the economy. Lastly, developers' strategy of building an affordable range properties. That said, let's dig deeper into this week's bulletin. Alright, thanks Red Alert. Red Alert, Red Alert. Property sector on track for recovery on reopening of the economy. Petaling Jaya, the improvement in loan application and approval rate in March for home purchases indicates that the property market is well on its way to recovery this year. According to MIDF research, the data suggested that property demand has rebounded in line with its expectation of a marginally better outlook for new property sales. We maintain our view that the new property sales outlook is expected to be slightly better in 2022 due to reopening of the economy. Nevertheless, we think that the property developers may face cost pressure in 2022 due to rising raw material costs, the research house said. As such, MIDF research maintained its neutral outlook on the property sector. Its buy calls for the sector are Masing Group BHD, with a target price of 80 sen, and IOI Properties Group BHD, with a target price of RM 1.29. We remain positive on Masing as we see better earnings outlook in 2022 due to the higher progress billing and contribution from the glove manufacturing segment. Besides, new property sales are expected to be better in 2022 due to its strategy of building an affordable range properties, MIDF research explained. We are also positive on IOI Properties Group due to its undemanding valuation of trading at steep discount of 72% to the latest net tangible assets of RM 3.60 per share. We expect earnings recovery for its investment property division as well as the hospitality and leisure division in 2022 due to the resumption of economic activities and reopening of national borders, it added. Data released by Bank Negara showed the total loans applied for the purchase of property was flat in March at RM 44.9 billion, up 0.1% year-on-year, YOY, after growing by 92% YOY in February. That brought cumulative total loan applied for purchase of property to RM 108.1 billion, up 4.06% YOY in the first quarter of 2022, 1Q22. The higher applications for property loan were driven by the demand from property following reopening of the economy according to Bank Negara. The total loan approved for the purchase of property rose 17.8% YOY to RM 16.4 billion in March after growing 9% YOY in February. Cumulatively, the total loan approved for the purchase of property increased 19.4% YOY to RM 42.4 billion in 1QTR22. This was mainly driven by higher loan applications and rising percentage of total approved loan over total applied loan of 34% in 1Q22 against 34% in 1Q21. To wrap up this newsletter in a neat nutshell, it's worthwhile to remember that our country's land and housing is in line to recover faster with the reopening of the economy. Such a welcoming message is good for all. With this, it's a rosy path for Malaysia to be great again. Possible? You bet. To recap, the reasons for us to rejoice is that finance companies' mortgage packages and its approval rates has rebound. Also landed properties has rebounded now which was made a economic vacuum for a period of 2 years, especially caused by COVID-19 epidemic. Additionally, the reopening of the economy. Finally, developers are constructing low-cost variety properties. Get my drift? By the way, now we fully understand the property situations, it's only right to ask ourselves this question. How can we assist to improve the property market further? In my humble opinion, it is good for us to sell the idea to our customers and prospect that the Malaysia's property market will continue to grow by leaps and bounds. Agree or not? My closing words for this newsletter is best spoken by Robert Kiyosaki. He is an American investor, businessman, self-help author. He says, real estate investing, even on a very small scale, remains a tried and true means of building an individual's cash flow and wealth. P.S. Come to think of it, we know if it is a lengthy newsletter, yet we want to congratulate you for watching and reading this bulletin completely. Needless to say, since you have fully read this news, therefore, you now deserve more forthcoming weekly free bonus of chapters of the book How to Prospect for Your Ideal Customer. Additionally, we are eager to know which part of this newsletter you learned most. Your feedbacks are critical so that we can help each other grow effectively. Lest you forget, these sharing will continue in the Facebook, LinkedIn, and of course in our author, trainer, and consultant's email, josephsfn@gmail.com, upon request. Alright, thank you. We hope to meet you next week. Goodbye and best wishes. From me, yours truly, Madam Sophia, the virtual presenter to CTM Joseph. Dated May 15, 2020.